Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to document alcohol screening and counseling. So there are a few ways to do this, as is common in NextGen. So let me first open up an intake. So the screening for alcohol use can start with the MA. So when the MA does the intake, they often go to the screening summary. You all know this page. There's a lot of information on this page. Obviously, smoking is documented here. Alcohol use can be documented right here. So a MA can ask the question, and the question is, do you use alcohol regularly, occasionally, or socially? One little thing to remember is throughout NextGen, there are these little information circles that often give really helpful information for you to use. So let's just click this one. This asks how to screen for drug use. So for alcohol, you can click yes or no. The information entered in this screening summary does carry over to the social history section on alcohol. So let's kind of hit this field and choose how many drinks. You can fill out any and all of these fields. And then the MA can continue with the intake. So we are then going to go to where the provider can access and document alcohol further screening, as well as the intervention and or counseling. So many of us go to the history tab. Under the social history is a section for alcohol use. This used to be something you could click right here and it would go straight to the section on alcohol use. We're still working on retrieving the ability to do that, which we used to be able to do. However, right now you can click that link and you can see a little bit of information that is pulled from that screening summary. To get more information, if you go to add and go down, I can close this tobacco section and the vaping section, which I usually don't because I am documenting there too. But in the alcohol panel, there are several links. So one thing to note is that if the answer, do you drink alcohol, is no, there's no further information gathered. If the answer is yes, these additional questions pop up: the type of alcohol, the frequency, the amount, the last drink. And this important question: how many times in the past year have you had 4 or more drinks in a day? If the answer to that question is anything but 0, there should be some kind of intervention. However, going back further to screening, the Audit C is a link here. So clicking on that opens up the Audit C or the Audit 3, which are 3 questions for alcohol use disorder. If you want more information and you want to go to the audit or the Audit 10, the link is here at the bottom of the Audit C, and it has all 10 questions. Here you can document an intervention, you can document an assessment and a status, as well as how many minutes were spent on that. Again, you can submit this to the Superbill. So save and close. And then if there's any counseling about alcohol use, click the counseling details link and this familiar page shows up. Under type of counseling, we've moved alcohol use counseling to the top, along with substance use counseling. So you can choose alcohol use counseling and the number of minutes spent on that. And then save and close. You can, of course, add more information, the method, written, verbal, audio, the evaluation, how it was received. But two important parts are the type of counseling, or what you counseled for, and the time. Save and close. And one important thing to note is that you can get to these counseling details in another place as well. I'm not sure how many providers use the social details in the history tab, or if providers use the screening summary. So in the screening summary, there is also the link for counseling details. So it's under the alcohol drugs of abuse section, and you can click educational counseling and educational factors, and again you get to that same screen. Similar to the confidential office visit, which I talked about in another video, make sure that this box is not clicked so that the information remains confidential. And that's it for alcohol use screening, intervention, and counseling documentation. As always, if you have any questions, please direct them to nextgenhelp@greaterportlandhealth.org. Take care. Bye-bye.